Hello and welcome. So now what we'll do, first of all, I'll just go through the steps, what are the things which I have done here. And first of all, I want to go to Power Query Editor, which is home and then the transform data. Okay, this has opened up this Power Query Editor, and as you can see, let me click on this fact internet sales and advanced editor. And you can see this is actually coming from my SQL server, and it is the database name, and this is the table name which is coming from here, and I have removed the unnecessary columns from this one. That's it. So I have just extracted only the number of columns which I need for this report development. I removed everything here. If you look at the steps here, source, navigation, remove columns, and change data type of the sales amount. Okay, so like the same thing, I used it for dim customer, dim product, product category, subcategory, dim date, and everything. So everything is connected as a direct query mode itself. So how I did it, new source and then SQL server, I just entered the information required for this one, which is the SQL server database name, server name, database name, and this is the direct query mode. And after that, I selected this list of tables here. So this is the beginning step. And after that, what we need to do is, I just created two aggregated tables. One is the product date aggregations. If you look at this one, it just says product key, order date key, and then the sales amount. So basically, if we go to the steps here, you can see the source, navigations, and remove other columns. So everything till this step is exactly the same thing, which is coming from the fact internet sales table. If you look at into this advanced editor, SQL Server database, this is one and this is the one, and remove columns. Everything is same as how we did for this one. And I just right click this table and duplicate tables, and after that I just group this table by product and order date key. If I click on this gear icon, it will show you this information, which is the group by in advanced mode, because I am adding multiple columns. So product key, order date key, and the sales amount, the operation is sum of, the column is sales amount. So by doing this, now I have this information of the product key, order date key, and the sales amount in a separate table. The same way I did it for the another one, which is I right click this table and then use the duplicate table and click on the customer. Then if you will see here, it just says about the product key, order date key, customer key, and then the sales amount. So here if we see this, remove other columns, and I think I have not used this. So basically we need to group these things, right? So if I click on these three things and then go to transform and then group by, so I added three columns here: product key, order date key, and customer key. So if you want to move up this one, I just want customer to be first. So customer, and then the product, and then the order date key. So this should be sales amount. Sales amount, and the operation should be the sum here, and the column should be sales amount. Okay, now so you can see this here: customer key, product key, order date key, and sales amount, and new step is added here. That's it. So these are the two aggregated tables I am using it here. So logically you are understanding, right? So how this will work, we'll discuss about that. So I have created this every tables in direct query. This is also direct query for now. And if I click home and close and apply, this is going to close and apply on my local Power BI desktop. If you notice one thing, while this loads here, the bottom of this screen, the storage mode is mixed here. So because of the dual mode, which is basically the import and direct query, we are using it here. Okay, now if I go to this one, tables here, and if I look into this fact internet sales, I cannot be able to see the number of rows here. But if I look at customer product, this one, it shows about 60,000 records here. And if I look at into this product aggregation, it just loads 23,000 records. So the number of record increases here because of we are adding multiple columns here, the multiple level of aggregations which I need here. So basically, if you want to know the number of rows available actually in this table, means you can just add a card here, and then we can make use of count rows here. Where is the card? Here's the card one. Let me stop this. and open the fields pane. Then this should be any column here, sales order number. If I click here, and I'm using this to be count here. So right now it is showing as some values here. If I select this calculate value and change this to be none, 6398. So if I look into this one, is 60,398. So it just reduced few numbers here, but this is an import mode. And if you look at in the product aggregate and date here, it is 23,797. So it's almost reduced 1/3 of it, right? Okay, so this is the level of aggregation which we are using it here. And for this one, you just need to go to data modeling, because this is the main part which you need to work on, and this role plays a major role in your complete modeling. So now we have these tables here, and if you look at these things here, as you can see, the dim date is like dash dash here, and this is straight line, and these two are blank here. The reason is these two are import mode, that's why it is nothing show up here. And the complete blue line is because this is a direct query, and this dashed line is basically the dual mode. The dual mode actually plays a role of dual thing, which is it will import the data. If you are using the data from these two tables, then it will directly get the data from this table itself. If it is taking the data from the fact internet sales, then it is going to get the data from the dim date in the data source itself at that time. It means when you are using this table, it will get the data from the imported of dim date table. If you are using this table, then it will get the data of dim date from online, I mean the direct query mode. So that is the power of the dual mode connection here. So how it can be done is basically, so logically, as I said initially when I developed this one, we just started with the direct query, right? So what I did, I just click on this one, product date aggregations in the model tab, and then if I go down here in the advanced tab, we have the storage mode. So initially it was like direct query, so I just selected it to import mode, and then we have converted this into import mode, and I did also the same thing for this also, imported mode. And after that, just need to make the relationship between these tables here. So that's an important thing. So let me zoom this here to understand better. So the dim date is connected here to order date key. Zoom out. Let me zoom from this way. Hopefully this will be a much better one. Yeah. Okay. This looks much better. All right. So the dim date is connected to this one. We are order date key and date key here for this one. And for this also it is connected to order date key and date key for customer aggregation here. And not only that, we have one more column which is the product key, which is connected to here, the product table here, dim product, and for this one customer, it is connected to a customer table. So this is how the relationship exists here right now. And for other things like dim date, the fact internet sales, and from the dim product to subcategory to category, this is a usual relationship kind of thing. So if you want to understand about how this relationship works, please go and check out my complete video about this one, about the sales analytics dashboard, where you can completely get out of how these things works. So I'm just giving the overall picture about what you need to make the relationship here. Basically, let's assume that we don't have these two tables, right? In that scenario, the fact internet sales is a fact table, and after that, the dim date, dim product, dim subcategory, dim category, and dim customers, everything is a dim table. So it means it is a kind of a star schema which we have. As this is the extracting this one, the dim product, subcategory, and category, it means this is a snowflake schema. Okay, so now I just added these two tables and I just make the connections here, and this should be dim date to this, and this is to this. So this should not be like 1 to 1 or many to 1. It has to be 1 to many, like this one. This has to filter this table. That's it. And while you are doing this one, I mean, I actually forgot to show you one thing, right? How it can be done. So basically, I just clicked here, and then one important thing which you need to do after doing this import thing and everything, and what you need to do is here, you just need to click on this one and click on manage aggregations. So if you click on this one, it will open up a dialog box where you need to define certain things. So first of all, this is the table name, and the precedence is basically, precedence defines order aggregation should be considered by queries. Higher precedence is considered first. So basically, let's assume right now here we have less number of tables, which is less than 10. So I'm just adding it 10 here. It means the Power BI will try to fetch most of the information from this table itself, because the 10 number I have given here, and if I given 0 here, then definitely it will not going to prefer this table. So the more we are giving this number here, it will prefer this table here. So now whatever I'm going to query, the information, whether it is a direct query or import mode, first of all, Power BI will check on this table whether this information is possible or not. If it is not possible, then only it will go to another table. Okay, that's the power of this precedence. And after that, it will just give you the list of available columns on the table, and here we have certain informations, which is the summarizations. Basically, we need to do here. So here we are just going to group by order date key and product key. So I just select on group by here for this one and also for this one. And for sum of sales amount, we just need the sum. So I'm going to use the sum here. Other thing is not applicable here. So that's why it is gray out here. And the detail table. So to which detail table we are using it here. So as we are extracting this information from the fact internet sales itself, right, while we did it in Power Query. So that's why all the other tables here is grayed out here. Only this fact internet table is enabled. So I'm selecting these fact internet sales for all these 3 columns also. And here the order date key, so it's given as the available options, the numeric key. So the thing is, the one important thing which you need to make for this one is the column data type. If it is a numeric here, then it has to be numeric also in both the tables. That is the fact tables and also the aggregation tables. So both of them should be the same column data type. Then only it will work here. If you are using a sum, then it can be a decimal. But if you are using a count, then it has to be a whole number for both the tables, both the columns. Then only it will work here. So for product key, I'm going to select the product key from this table, and for this one, I'm going to use the sum of sales amount. So while doing these things, and then you need to click on apply all, then it will give you the message about that once you do so, this table is not going to visible to the end users. So that's why this table will go on a hidden mode automatically. So the same way I did it for this table also. If I go to this one and manage aggregations, and here you can see these things, that is the customer, everything is fine. And the same thing here. Even I'm also given this one as a 10. I can give this as a 9 also if required. So cancel this one. So everything is set up now. So now everything is set up, the picture, and now the next thing is how it can be used in the report. So we will discuss about this in the next video. If you like this video, just click on the big thumbs up button. If you are new to this channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, just click on the subscribe button. And also press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. But make sure you turn on the notification on your devices. Share it with your friends and colleagues. If you have any queries and feedback, just post it on the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Keep learning. See you in the next video.